Everybody, welcome back to another episode of FSi DFS Fantasy Baseball Picks. I'm host Mega 31. So commercial here. Make sure you check out our channel if you haven't subscribed. Know what our videos we have. Our showdown videos for NFL have been pretty much on point. Had some very good tours that we've thrown out there, and seeing some great screenshots from and comments and emails and DMs from people who have watched. So I'm glad that they have been helping you and successful. So check out the one for tonight's matchup, even though it's not a great one with the 49ers and the Jets. But we'll dig in deep and try to give you some plays for that. So, 6 game MLB slate here. Thank you for still watching and playing baseball. And this is a day that I love to play baseball because a lot of people who are first time players, it's not as much now, but in years past, it used to be everybody jump in and get the promotional things for football and win a little bit of money. And then just, you have the showdown slate for Monday Night Football, but want to try their luck at MLB and really don't know how to construct lineups and stuff. So if that's you, welcome to the channel and we're going to help you out. If it's not you, then play tonight and take advantage of it. But pitching's putrid. It's 6 game slate. I don't understand why they didn't put the 640 games on here and left the late game on here. So there's like a 3 hour gap between lineups. So we might not have it when at lock. But anyways, it is what it is, and let's get into it. So Yankee Stadium today, 8-mile-per-hour wind blowing out 73 degrees. Yankees and Royals, good hitting conditions. Brady Singer and Carlos Rodon. Singer, it's small slate, still got to consider him, but GPP only for me. Rodon, he's been up and down, and Kansas City's decent. They'll throw a bunch of righties out there, Pham, Witt, Perez, Renfroe, that all could give him trouble. So, again, but there's not great options. So I think he's got to be in there for cash. But if you find another direction, I completely understand. Kansas City is definitely, I will have a stack of them as to hedge against the Rodon ownership. And like I said, Pham, Witt, Perez, Renfroe. And then if you pick your favorite fifth one to go in there, but I might just only go four in that. And then the Yankees, I think a lot of people are going to say one of the top stacks. I like Cleveland and Dodgers better, but I get it. They're just so expensive. So Torres leading off, Soto, Judge, Wells, I like at 4-5, hitting fourth. I'd probably go Jazz over Stanton just with the splits advantage. Even Rizzo's dropping down to 3-5. So if you want to cut off Torres that doesn't have the split and go like Soto or Judge, probably Soto with the split, Wells, Jazz, Rizzo. I completely get that. So next game, Mets and Blue Jays, Paul Blackburn and Chris Bassett. Uh, Blackburn's coming back from the injury list, got hit by a pitch, should be okay, but his price is too high. I don't think I really want to play him. And Bassett should be okay also. But again, you're probably only talking like 14 to 16 DK points here potentially. But on this slate, you might have to take it. The Mets have been cold at times, and Bassett hasn't been horrible form recently. So the Mets make a good GPP, and Toronto is my favorite cheap stack against Blackburn. Springer, I like. He's a little bit reverse splitsy, so he can give up some power to some righties, not just the lefties. So Springer and Vlad, if you can get to them. But I also like just attacking the bottom of this lineup too as some cheap fill-ins, which make it work with the primary stack. I'm probably going to use in cash. Baltimore and Boston, another good hitting environment here. 71 degrees, wind blowing out 8 miles per hour in the Hitter Park. Povich and Bello. Boston struggles against left-handed pitching, and I know they have a Trevor Story back, but we'll have to see if he's just been disappointing ever since he left the Rockies, in my opinion. And Tyler, I couldn't even get him right when he was on the Rockies. It was one of the players I hate the roster because I can never get right. Tyler O'Neill's there, but they'll still have a lot of lefties in the lineup, and the righties that they put in to replace the lefties are nowhere near as good. So I think Povich is definitely in play here in the medium range. And then Bello, I think he's going to struggle. I think the Orioles can go out there and put up a lot of runs against him. Uh, he's you got to consider him in such a small slate if you're mass multi entering, but I don't think he's safe for cash. So Orioles, I like them in Boston also as like probably your top GPP stacks. Actually, I split this up here. Originally, when I looked at it, I thought just because Boston was at home, but they're going to lose the top of the ninth or the bottom of the ninth if they are ahead, which I don't think they will be. So it makes Baltimore the better stack there. Angels and Twins, Detmer and Festa. Detmer, I really don't like playing him, but again, the context of the slate with not many good options. I think he's in play potentially as an SP2 candidate for you. Festa, I love his my SP1. I like him better than Rodon. He's up against the Angels. He has been so solid recently and great young pitcher. And I think he's got a bright future. And I don't think they're going to be limiting him at all. So he's one that I really want to play here. So and Detmer on the other side, like I said, Minnesota's probably going to go all righty against him. They've got some decent power, so I think he's definitely playable. But I like the Twins also as like one of the top stacks at night. Angels, I think with Festa having some ownership is just going to be a leverage stack. Guardians and White Sox, Joseph Cantillo hasn't really pitched well. If you look at the box scores, like single digits, but against the White Sox, here's a chance to put up a number in the double digits. And at 6'2", I if you're looking for some value to get the bats in, I think you got to go here. I don't like it, but I don't know if it's a cash play, but I'm going to have a good share of him just to try to make the rosters work. Nick Nestrani on the other side, I'm not touching. Cleveland is one of the lowest strikeout rates, one of the best plate discipline in the Major League Baseball, and I just can't go there. Um, uh, he, I didn't know if it was going to be open or situation, whatever. So I put Chicago guys, but any Chicago White Sox pitcher against Cleveland is an absolute no. Cleveland, by far, favorite stack on the slate. Love the lefties here. Juan Jimenez has moved back up to like the second spot. It's been very hot recently. Ramirez, Naylor, and then Brennan Mazzardo, the first baseman. If you're not playing Naylor, if Naylor's out, and just remember that name, he's good. So I would go with those guys, 4 to 5 man stack. White Sox, I'm not touching. Final game on the slate is the Cubs and Dodgers. Hendricks and Bueller, not touching either of these pitchers. Hendricks cannot strike anybody out, and Walker Bueller has struggled so much recently. I like both of these offenses. Chicago's relatively cheap, besides Bellinger at 5-1, easy to fit in any of the bats. So Hap, Bush, Suzuki's fine both sides of the plate. Bellinger, or I'd even build in the bottom of the lineup because Pete Crow Armstrong has been a solid player and very productive as only 3-5 and a great one-off or stacking candidate for you too. And the Dodgers are a really good stack on slate, but then again, you might not know who the lineup is here. I prefer Cleveland over them, but I don't hate them being your number one stack. And of course, a Tony Freeman Betts. I don't know if T. Carrasco Hernandez will be back and he's a little banged up, but Muncy and Lutz, I prefer the lefties against Hendricks. So I got for you. Let's look at the builds and get you on your way for your Monday. So give me Rodon and Festa. I'm going to pay up for both. I get it if you want to put like Reed Detmer in there, but I am going to go with the Cleveland as my top stack. If you want to put Dodgers in there, that's fine. You're going to need to find a little bit more salary. You're probably going to need to drop down to Cotillo or to Detmers there as your SP2. I would probably take Rodon off and go Festa as my SP1, but again, either one works in the context of the slate. And I'm going to go with Blue Jays and build the bottom of the lineup, but also like you could do it with Cubs if you wanted to. Like I'd probably take a Naylor at the catcher there instead of Kirk, and then try to get like Swanson, like throw Anderson in there, and build down that way. For GPP, Castillo and Povich is where I'm going. Orioles are my top stack there, so give me O'Hearn, Henderson, and Santander. Then I'll throw in like Hauser or whoever else fits. I put Minnesota in there, but again, the Cubs work really well in that build if you want to go there. Or there's some other teams that you can fill in for cheap. So I got for you. Hope that helps. If you have questions, put them in chat below. Hit me Megaro31 on Twitter/X. More information on FSi DFS. Get into our Discord is free. And our pricing page, just there's a link in the video. We'll get you all there. And doing some prop things for free on the website. So if you're into that, come check it out. Or actually in the Discord, but you just need to go through the website to get the invitation. If you have any trouble with that, put a question in the chat below. We'll get you in the right direction. So thanks for watching. Hope these videos help. If they help, like, subscribe to our channel, share with your friends, and I will see you next time. Actually, I'll see you. Please come and check out the NFL Monday Night Football video. So happy Monday. Good luck in your contest, and